At night, when we enter into the dream state, as we leave our physical body behind and we become present in our astral body, our soul body, we can continue to have experiences and realizations and inspirations that can lead to beautiful, beautiful, life-changing events. And all the while, our body is left back, sleeping wherever it may lay, as our consciousness floats through the universe, through the different realms of existence, experiencing and realizing all the things possible. Keeping an open mind and floating through this reality in our dream state is something that each and every one of us has the capability of doing. As you sleep, you leave your body, your physical body, behind, and your consciousness travels forward into new experiences, into new places, with new people and new faces. As humans, we all do something called sleep. And during sleep, we enter into what they call the dream state. Now, in this dream state, we experience consciousness, but without our body, without our physical body. This gives a really good realization to what your soul body is, what your astral body is. When you realize that you can have a dream where you still experience and you still feel and you still interact and you still have a reality happening, but you don't have your physical body there, that gave me the realization of what it is like to be within your soul body or your astral body. And to me, I am not my body. My body is not who I am. My body is more like a rental car that I am using to travel around the world that we call Earth and have the human experience. So who I really am is my soul, is my essence. Dreams really helped me to understand what it is like to exist as a soul, because in the dream I definitely had experiences, I definitely had realizations, I definitely could be consciously aware within the dream that I was dreaming. I found that through my experience with lucid dreaming. So I realized that who I am, this consciousness that is me, can exist without my body, and I can actually have experiences, and I can move about, and I can do things without my physical body. Because indeed, every night while I sleep and I enter the dream state, whether it's lucid or not, I am experiencing and I am interacting and I am doing things without my physical body being present. During dreams, we don't have our physical body with us. What we have with us is the soul body, the astral body, as some people call it. And while, utilizing this soul body, this astral body, I myself have had extremely, extremely realistic experiences, very vivid experiences that feel so real. Because in a dream, you can still experience, you can still see. You can still see within a dream. You can still hear within a dream. You can dream that you're eating food and you can really taste that food. But your physical body is not actually there. The experiences you're having are from your astral body, your soul body, when you're within a dream. So to me, that just shows even more why the physical, actual physical, tangible body that we walk around in on our everyday waking reality is not that crucial to our existence. Because indeed, within the dream, we are existing, we are seeing, we are touching, we are feeling, we are communicating, and we are doing all of this within the dream from our astral soul body. Our physical body is not there. Your physical body is laying in your bed or wherever you were when you fell asleep. But you still experience all these things in your dream state. I have literally woken up from dreams and felt like I was somewhere else. And that is how a dream feels to me. My consciousness has traveled somewhere else, to another time, to another realm, to another reality. And then upon waking, my consciousness re-enters my body, and I am brought back to what I know to be as my conscious, everyday, waking reality. During our dream state, there can be different signs and symbols happening within the dreams. Sometimes we might not realize, if we aren't lucid dreaming, if we aren't astral projecting, if we're just having a regular dream, we might not realize why is this happening? Why does this dream seem so bizarre and so random? And we might not realize at first glance that these bizarre things that are happening within our dreams can be considered signs and symbols. You can relate to certain things in the dream, even though it might seem bizarre. I'll give you an example. Say you dream that zombies are chasing you, and you're freaked out, and you wake up and you're like, why would I dream that zombies are chasing me? Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that in your real life, zombies are going to be chasing you, but it does give way to act as a sign or a symbol that you could feel as though somebody or something in your life is chasing you. You could feel a pressure from somebody or something in life that is making you want to run. And the zombies represent that in the dream. So dreams can give way to signs and symbols, and if we can recognize these signs and symbols within our dreams, we can actually interpret them into our daily life and figure out a lot of things to do with our daily waking reality. You know better than anyone else what the signs and symbols in your dreams mean. There's tons of things throughout history, tons of different recorded incidences throughout history where people had dreams that had these signs or symbols within them, and it actually created an inspiration to them when they woke up to create some of the most amazing inventions, movies, songs, all kinds of things. People have used the symbols and signs within their dreams to gain way to inspirations that they've had that have actually affected our world in huge ways. Dreams are the doorway for inspiration and realizations of really wonderful things that can impact not only your life, but humanity as a whole. Some examples of this is Albert Einstein and his theory of relativity. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity was inspired by a dream he had. This theory of relativity has impacted our world in immense ways. Now, what I will say is, like reading the story of Einstein, he didn't specifically have a dream stating to him word for word what the theory of relativity was. He had a dream that at first glance might not seem related at all. But once he interpreted the signs and symbols that were within that dream, it gave way for him to realize the theory of relativity. Another person who was inspired through a dream is James Watson. He came up with the double helix DNA. James Watson was inspired by a dream to come up with the double helix DNA. Another one that you might know of is Larry Page, the creator of Google. Literally created Google because he had inspiration from a dream. Now, a dream inspired him to create Google. So dreams and the signs and symbols within the dreams can really lead way to great inspirations. Those that I mentioned are just a few. There are tons and tons of people that state that their dreams gave way to these inspirations that have affected humanity in great ways. So dreams can play a key role in helping us to realize and get inspiration for things that will take us in magnificent directions in our lives. You know, it's amazing that we go to sleep and our body shuts down. Literally, our body produces a chemical that paralyzes itself so that we can enter into this dream state. And our consciousness then can explore and experience while our body is literally paralyzed and shut down and resting. But our consciousness keeps going. And that right there tells me that consciousness, that part of who we are, doesn't need a physical body. So that gives way to many insights that our body indeed is not who we are, but who we are is our essence, is our soul. And we can experience ourselves as that soul body, as that astral body, anytime through our dreams. Now, for myself specifically, my dreams are extremely intense, very vivid. I have experienced dreams in that way for as long back as I can remember. Today, I'm going to share with you my experience with lucid dreaming and what happened the first time I experienced a lucid dream. First, let me share with you what a lucid dream actually is. So, a lucid dream is when you become consciously aware within the dream state that you are dreaming. So you will be within a dream and realize, I'm dreaming. Now, there is something else called astral projection. The difference that I have found between astral projection and lucid dreaming is this. When you have a lucid dream, you find yourself within the dream state and you're already there. Like your consciousness has already traveled to the dream state. And while in the dream state, you become consciously aware that you are dreaming. Now that is lucid dreaming. When you experience astral projection, you don't automatically find yourself in the dream state. What you do is, with astral projection, you actually set forth an intention to consciously travel to the dream state. So the difference is, lucid dreaming, you find yourself in the dream state and then you realize, I'm dreaming. Astral projection is you send out an intention and you are consciously aware from the point of start of the journey to the point of being into the dream state. So consciously knowing that you are entering the dream state, that is astral projection. Do you know when you have a daydream? When you have a daydream. So you're sitting there maybe in meditation and your mind starts to drift, but you stay consciously aware that your mind is drifting without adding like thought to it. You just let your mind go into this daydream, watching my own mind and feeling my own mind drift into a daydream. So a lot of people will practice astral projection while meditating. So they'll meditate and they'll put forth an intention that they want to consciously travel to the dream state. And this can be done through meditation, but it can also be done in other ways. There's many ways that you can achieve astral projection. But like I said, the difference between lucid dreaming and astral projection is, with lucid dreaming, you actually find yourself already in the dream state and you become consciously aware that you're dreaming. With astral projection, you know the entire time that you are consciously aware that you are traveling from your waking reality to the dream state. So it's like you are consciously aware of the whole journey, not just finding yourself in the dream state and being aware, but being aware step by step as you enter into the dream state. So the way that this first played out for me, I had this reoccurring pattern of a dream over a couple of weeks. And in the dream, I would realize, this isn't my home. Where am I? You know, like people around me within the dream would refer to it as my home. and people within the dream would seem to know me, but I realized I did not know them. So I realized, what is going on? Like, I don't know these people, and these people claim to know me. And I've never been in this house before, but everybody's saying that this is my house. But now I know this is not my house, because my mind had consciously woke up to the fact that the scenario in the dream did not match my everyday conscious waking reality. So then in the dream, when I realized that the scenario around me did not match what I normally experienced as my reality on a daily basis, it kind of sent a panic within me, because at this point I didn't know I was dreaming. And so a panic and a fear came over me, like, where am I? Where is my real life? You know, why am I here? And who are these people? Because I didn't know what was happening. Where are my real family? Where is my real house? Who are these people? Why am I here? And then that intense panicky feeling snapped in a realization. I am in a dream. That's why none of this is fitting. I'm dreaming right now. This is just a dream. The dreams that I was having when this realization came to me did not feel comfortable. They did not feel happy. They felt scary and out of the ordinary. And so I would think to myself, wake up. You know you're dreaming. You know you're within a dream. So wake up. Just wake up. What happened from me trying to wake myself up from in the dream state was, immediately I snapped into a state of being where I was in my own bedroom. And I was viewing my body while it laid in the bed asleep. And this kind of freaked me out. So I saw my body laying there, and what I tried to do was literally lay down into my body. So I was like trying to be in my body, trying to become aware with my body intact. So I would say things like, move in my own mind. I would say things to myself like, move your arms, just move your arms. And I would try with all my might to move my arms. And it would look as though when I looked down, it would look like I moved my arms. It would be like kind of a blurry movement, but it would look like and feel like I moved my arms, right? And then in one point, I actually was able to like lay down in the bed with my body and tell myself, move your arms, move your legs, get up. And I literally got up. What I thought I was doing was getting up, getting my body up, arousing my body, awaking my body. I literally watched my arms and legs in kind of a blurry motion, but get up, and I walked to my bedroom door thinking, okay, I'm awake now, only to turn around and realize that my body was still laying in the bed. So this really kind of freaked me out, because now I was stuck in a dream. I was looking at my own body and I could not wake up. This happened over and over and over again. So then I decided I would look it up. I would do some research. I would do some studies. I would find out, why is this happening to me? And is this happening to anyone else? Because surely it couldn't just be me, right? So when I looked it up, I found out about lucid dreaming. And I did a lot of research and a lot of studying on lucid dreaming. And I realized that if I didn't panic, if I didn't freak out, if I just went with it in like an allowing state, in a calm state, a relaxed state, and didn't freak out about it, that this could be a good experience. I had read that many people had a good experience from this. As long as you didn't get tense and scared, this could be a cool, really cool experience. So I then felt more relaxed about it. I just felt more relaxed about it in a whole. And that is when the next time it happened, I told myself, okay, you know what's happening right now. You know you're dreaming. You know what's happening. You know that this is not something that you have to be afraid of. This is literally my thoughts that I was having while I was dreaming. So I would tell myself, there's no reason to freak out. Just calm down. This is just a dream. And from what I had learned about dreams was that I could create my dreams however I wanted them to be. Now this thought, this realization right here was very empowering for me, because that's where I was able to turn a nightmare into something that I wanted. instead of unwanted. So then I realized what was happening, and I was in the dream state, and I said to myself, okay, I'm in the dream state. I can literally do whatever I want here, right? This is a dream. I can actually change the dream from something scary into something that's fun, as long as I don't freak out and panic. And that is exactly what I attempted to do. So I actually was able to manipulate my dream from within it once I became consciously aware that I was dreaming. And I'll give you an example of a dream where I did this and it brought me great joy. I had been very close with my grandmother, very, very, very close with my grandmother. And she actually passed away. And as far as my belief, and I can do, more videos on this in the future, but my belief is that we are eternal beings, that we still exist when we leave this realm called Earth. So I still believe that my grandmother still exists. She just exists in a different realm. I realized, though, while I was dreaming, if I had a dream about her, that it felt very real, that it felt like I was actually talking to her, that it felt like she was there with me. So I decided that the next time I was going to have a dream, the next time that I was, going to sleep, and when I became conscious, like if it happened, it wasn't something like where I intently laid down saying this is going to happen and it happened. It was just something like I said, if this happens or when this happens, this is how I want to go about it. So I didn't put a lot of pressure on making it happen. I just kind of let it happen if and when it was going to happen. So I dreamed, sure enough, here came a dream of me talking to my grandmother. I said to myself in the dream, I'm going to hug her. Now, I knew I was consciously dreaming, so I went over and hugged her. And when I woke up, I literally felt as though I had hugged my grandmother. It was amazing. That feeling of missing her, that feeling of longing for that hug and that physical connection with her, felt like it had been satisfied, because once I became consciously aware in the dream that I was dreaming, then I realized that I could actually control the dream and do whatever I wanted within the dream. And when I woke up, it felt extremely real, extremely vivid, as though I had literally physically got to hug my grandmother. So that was amazing. That was an amazing thing for me. So lucid dreaming, I kind of just stumbled into it, didn't intentionally do it, but became aware within the dream that I was dreaming. Then I realized that while I was in the dream state, when I became consciously aware that I was dreaming, now I could control my dream. Now I could do things within the dream that I chose to do. So instead of panicking and trying to wake myself up from the nightmare I was having, I could literally set forth intention through thoughts that would change the scenery of the dream. This was amazing to me, and I was extremely ecstatically happy when I realized I could do this. So that is my experience with lucid dreaming. My recommendation, if you want to experience lucid dreaming, don't try too hard. I have found that people, myself, if you try too hard, it adds a bit of resistance. It adds a bit of negative energy to it because you're trying too hard. And if you're trying too hard, that gives way to the idea that you might not believe that it's actually possible. So keep an open mind, keep a completely open mind, believe it's possible. If it's something you want to do, believe it's possible. I always say believing is seeing. You have to believe it before you will see it. So believe it's possible, keep an open mind, be lighthearted about it, don't try too hard. When you go to sleep at night, think good, happy feeling thoughts before you fall asleep. Relax, appreciate, and just drift off into sleep. I believe also if I could do it, it can happen to anybody. Don't be too hard on yourself if it's something you want to experience. Just go with the flow. And remember when you are in that dream and you become consciously aware you're dreaming, it's really good to remember that you are in control at that point, that you can control the scenery, that you can make changes to the dream if you choose to. So anyways, that is my take on lucid dreaming, and it was a really cool experience. And if you have any questions for me about that experience or any other questions about astral projection, hit me up in the comments, let me know, and I will be absolutely thrilled to answer you back. Just remember that your dreams are just another part of your reality, and they're a fun place where you can be creative and do whatever you prefer. On that note, I want to tell you, never stop dreaming. Whether it be when you go to sleep, whether it be daydreaming, or whether it be just dreaming about the future. Never stop dreaming. Believing is seeing. Dream big and dream often. I'm sending light, love, positive, good vibes out to you and this whole world every single day. And I'm wishing you nothing but the best. I hope you have wonderful days. Dream big. Mwah!